Hi, I'm Eric Currit.
And I'm Jody Underhill.
And this is our Fireside Report. Wait a second. Our Fireside Report.
What we're going to do, we sent out an email earlier in the week, actually it was over the weekend, and we were asking for what is your biggest questions when it comes to social media and social media marketing. And what we've done is taken the ones that were asked most often and wrote them on these handy dandy little blue cards. And now we're going to go through and answer them based on our knowledge of social media.
So I guess I'm going to ask myself a question because I have my questions here.
I have my questions here, so that'll work.
How do you like this? So what are how many sites do I need to be on to be effective? Well, I'm glad I asked me that question. The fact is a lot of people think that they have to be on like every site, they have to learn everything about every site in order to be effective. And the reality is that's ridiculous. You don't have to. That's actually the biggest problem that people have on social media is they don't do anything because they think they have to learn everything about everything before they even get started. The reality is you're better off learning a few sites. So how many sites do we really specialize in?
Really, we specialize in 4, and we do this for major corporations. So if we can get by with 4, you may be able to do the same.
Right. I mean, quite frankly, you could probably get away with 1 or 2 and learn them really well and then add another one in and see how they interact with each other. And you could do that before you start learning everything about everything, because the biggest challenge, again, people have is they want to learn everything about everything and they don't learn everything about everything, so they learn nothing about anything and then they end up doing nothing. So in other words, do something.
Cool. I have a question here. It says, does social media drive traffic to my website?
So, Jody, I have a question.
Yes.
Does social media drive traffic to your website?
That's a good question.
I'm glad I asked that.
Yeah, me too. Do you know the answer?
I do.
Okay, me too. Here's the deal. Yes, social media can drive traffic to your website, but it's not the end-all, be-all when it comes to traffic to your website. The main thing with social media is making it so that there's a lot of information out there for people to find. And whenever they see the information and they build that feeling that they know, like, and trust you, they feel compelled to then come to your website. So social media can drive traffic to your website, but I wouldn't use only that as a method to get traffic.
So the next one here is, what are some social media don'ts? I like this one. What are social media don'ts?
Instead of the do's.
How about do's? Social media, people forget, they hear the term social media marketing, but they get confused and they think it's social media advertising. And there is no term social media advertising. So don't advertise on social media.
Make that up.
I like that. It's our term, social media advertising. Social media spamming. Don't go online and start pushing your product. Don't go, hey, go to my website. Hey, buy my stuff. Hey, here I am. And so many people, they go on Twitter, they go on Facebook, they go, hey, I got a new house for sale. Hey, buy my stuff. Hey, look at what I got. Hey, here we are. Hey, everybody, look at me, look at me, look at me. And nobody cares about you. Nobody goes online to buy your stuff. Nobody goes online to say, hey, what's going on with you? They go online for them. So to be effective, maybe a social media do would be put things out that interest other people. So when they see you and they see your information, then, because it interests them, then they'd find your information and they'd find out more about you and your company.
You also don't post compromising photos of the people that you go out and party with, Eric.
Oh, yes, that's the worst.
Sorry. All right. Next is, if you do social media for someone else, do you recommend that they, A, dedicate one person to do all of their social media? I think they mean one person on the client's staff. Do they train the entire staff or give them a crash course for the entire staff? And lastly, or do they just do it for them? Well, here's the thing. You can try to do it for them, and you can do a lot of things. You can automate processes. You can put things out there so that you can make it look like the client is always on. But they really need to have someone at their location in their business that's dedicated to be responsible for the interactions on social media. Because here's the deal. If it's like a financial planner or a doctor, I probably shouldn't be answering those questions, and especially
his malpractice insurance ran out just a couple weeks ago. So
I have to quit answering those now. So the answer is They should have someone at their site dedicated to interact and answer the questions that come in. And you can manage and maintain a lot of the stuff for just posting, but when it actually comes to the social part, they're going to have someone that does that at their place of business. It's not always easy to get them to do it, but you need to go in with that mindset. And
preferably a knowledgeable person. I like the companies that are like, hey, you know how to type. You go online and type all of our stuff for us.
Or better yet, the intern.
Yeah, you're an intern. You can sign up for Facebook. You post everything about our company.
Right. You have Facebook, right? Until they have Facebook that they don't want anymore. Cool.
So, ready?
I'm done with that one. I got to get rid of some of these so I don't repeat.
Can you really get any value out of Twitter? Seems like a bunch of people talking about what they had for lunch. Yes, it's a bunch of people talking about what they had for lunch, and it's really busy right between noon and 1. So,
I had Thanksgiving for lunch today.
I saw that. Can you really get any value out of Twitter? You can actually get a lot of value out of Twitter. But again, it goes by if you know how to use it appropriately. If you're going on Twitter just following a couple of friends talking about, hey, I went to the mall now, hey, I just ate pizza, hey, my stomach hurts, you might not get a lot of value out of Twitter. But if you go on it and talk about a specific topic, whatever it is your business is, or if it's for your clients, talk about your client's business on their Twitter page, and talk about things that relate to their client's business, and link to articles, and put quotes, and put tips having to do with it. So it's a string of information all relating to one particular topic. Then when people are looking for that topic, they see your client as an expert, and then when you post links and different things, they'll go to your client, see them as an expert, maybe go to their website, take the next steps. So it can be useful for finding people, but only if you use it appropriately.
I have another question. Where the hell did we get these chairs?
Yeah.
This looks like it's something out of a bad 1970s porn flick. Anyway.
Yes. We rented it from the 1970s porn flick factory. That's in the other room.
I have a shower curtain that looks like this.
We made these chairs out of Jody's shower curtains.
Yeah. So, the next question is,
what is this stuff on the sleeve?
So the next question.
Sometimes I say stuff just for me.
The next question is, I've seen some of your videos. See, I told you people watch it.
50,000 views, and I thought they were just Jody.
Yeah. I've seen some of your videos, and I would like to know what type of video camera do you use? Well, the funny thing is that video's got 50,000 views. We didn't even use a camera. It was a screen capture. And this is going to be really awkward because I didn't really look at this question, so I'm going to get up and walk right now.
Oh, that's a good...
No, I'm not, because you know what I can do?
Oh, look at that.
There we go. We use the Kodak ZI-8 mostly, but the reason we do that is a number of reasons. It's very portable, it's very inexpensive, and it's cheap. And it has a jack on the side of it, or an external port, so that you can plug in a microphone like we have here straight into the camera for the sound quality. So the Kodak ZI-8 is very good. You don't need to go out and buy a $3,000 or $4,000 super duper fancy pants camera. You can use any type of video camera you have. If you have a regular video camera, you can do that as well.
We started out using a regular camera that just had a video button on it.
Matter of fact, it looked like that right there.
Oh yeah, it does. It does look like that.
Cool. So any type of camera will do. The next question, this is a two-part question.
I can see.
It's a 2-second parter here, is do I need a special microphone for recording music? Here's the thing. I don't know. We're not really musicians. Eric plays the radio okay, but the chances are you're going to have to test that out. I would assume you may need one. Somebody like a George's Music or a Music Shop will probably be able to tell you that better. So as much as we know, we don't have all of the answers.
Oh, but there is this website you could check out.
Really? I heard it. Is it that one you were telling me about that's free?
It's this free website that you could check out. What's it called?
Google.
You can Google that, though, and it will tell you everything you need to know pretty much about anything.
Right.
Okay, ready? Oh, how can I use social media to promote my network marketing opportunity? Not their business, their opportunity. Should I create a fan page or just post comments on Facebook, Twitter, and blogs? Okay. Well, here's the thing.
Be nice.
I'm being nice.
Okay.
here's the thing about creating a Facebook fan page and a Twitter page about your network marketing opportunity. It's likely that there's already a bunch of fan pages and Twitter pages and blogs about your network marketing opportunity. And one of the big challenges in network marketing is that if you're going to go do something that everybody else is already doing, then to do the same thing over and over again will be a little bit, why are you going to do the same thing? I say go be a salmon. Do something slightly different. If you're going to use social network sites effectively in your network marketing, use it to meet people, find out more about those people, talk to them about them, talk to them about their needs. And if their needs match up with what your opportunity happens to be, then it will be an effective match for you. But if you're going to use it to just have another fan page, there's already thousands of fan pages for thousands of opportunities, and you're just going to be another one. What are you really going to use to make yours stand out and be different? And if you used it to find people and drag people and bring people to that site, how are other people going to really duplicate that and get an effective response from that anyways? What do you think?
Very good.
How do you like them apples?
I like them apples.
Like them apples?
Like a Macintosh.
Giddy up.
All right. We probably should have looked at each other's questions because this one's going to be similar, but I'm going to answer it differently. Not that one, but one earlier. How do I use social media for business without looking like a spammer? And as Eric said, you want to post great information, put stuff out there that people are going to find useful, whether they choose to do business with you or not. Don't, like I said, don't be jumping up and down, look at me, look at me, look at me. Put stuff out there that they're going to find and want to interact with you. So you can use it without being a spammer. And I think if you're sending something out that you're wondering, is this spam? Chances are it's spam. So, but if you're putting something out there that you find interesting yourself or you think someone else would find interesting, that's probably good enough.
Okay, well, my next question is, why didn't I throw these on the ground when I was done and I would know I have no more questions left?
Oh, then I'll ask you this question.
How many rednecks does it take to change a light bulb?
I don't know, Eric. Why don't you tell me?
I don't know. Can you go change that light bulb?
Yeah, I could tell you a story about the dump, but we don't have time. I've heard social media can be used as SEO. And if those of you that don't know, which I'm sure everyone watching this does, SEO is search engine optimization. How does that work? Well, here's the thing with social media and search engine optimization. A lot of people ask us, do we build websites? And we tell them,
no, we don't build websites.
I tell them, yes, we do build websites. Really bad ones that cost a lot of money.
I got to tell them that. We make websites really badly, and we make them really expensively.
Right. So really we don't do websites. And they ask us, do we do search engine optimization? It's sort of a loaded question. We don't go on people's websites to do search engine optimization, but from utilizing videos and articles and optimizing those videos and articles by putting the links to the website in there, then what that in effect does is it does do search engine optimization because it gives backlinks back to the website. And the cool thing about those backlinks is...
Tell us the cool thing, Jody.
Cool thing.
Hold on. Do you guys want to hear the cool thing? Do you? Do you?
The cool thing is that whenever they're coming from someplace like YouTube or Ezine that has a lot of viewers and a lot of people going there, and that website itself has a very high ranking, then Google, it sees that as being, wow, this big website, this big fancy important website thinks this other website is important. It must be important, and it gives you a higher ranking than the other websites that have backlinks from not so important.
By Josh, that is brilliant information.
I told you it was the cool part.
It is the cool part. It was worth waiting for.
So that's the questions that were sent in. We kind of condensed them down. We had about 100 that actually came in. We brought it down to the same ones because a lot of them were very similar. And so this is our fireside chat. We wanted to get back
Hold on one second.
Yes.
And now it's our oceanside chat.
And now it's our We're Coming to You from the Moon chat. I'm Jody Underhill.
And I'm Eric Currit. And that's one to grow on.
See you next time.